everybody, my name is Erin. Welcome to today's video. Today I want to talk about my Tanjiro Kamado Final Selection outfit from Demon Slayer. This is the first part in a small series. I wanted to work top to bottom, but I decided to start in the middle with the collars, the shirts, and the sleeves, and then leave the wig, the makeup, and earrings for another video, along with the pants and the shin guards and everything like that. So let's go. So one thing that's really important to mention before we start actually talking about sewing, and that is fabric choice. My default is like cotton. There's a lot of different types of cotton. I try to go for, I think it's called the Kona cotton from Joann's, just because that's the only fabric store I have besides Hobby Lobby. However, because of the whole pandemic and mask situation, black cotton is extremely difficult to find, which is why I had to use a more expensive one for this collar. But cotton is very breathable. It's a lot easier to wear when you live in a really hot place like I do. I have made the mistake of making a cosplay out of flannel and wearing it to a summer convention. It was not great. It looked nice and the colors were perfect, but at the end of the day, it was really uncomfortable to wear because it was just so hot. The fabric that I chose for this is a linen. So the two collars are cotton, the top is linen, and then the sleeves are from a two-way stretch fabric that doesn't feel really like a knit very much, but it could be. I got it as remnant, so I'm not sure what it is. But, you know, I chose to make a lot of things separate. The only one full piece is the tunic. And then the collars and the sleeves are all detachable. They're all separate pieces. So that being said, let's go into talking about the sewing. So first off, the collars were really easy to put together. I want to say they're about 4 inches wide, which means that you're going to want a rectangle that is as long as you need it to be to cross over your neck and have a little bit extra so that you can pin it together and it'll stay. And what you're going to do is you're going to take that rectangle that is 8 inches wide, or however long wide you need it to be, and however long you need it to be, fold it over, sew down. Don't forget seam allowance, you might have to add that on. I'm going to hopefully draw a picture for you guys so that you can see what I mean. But you're going to sew down that, pretty much just making a tube, and then you're going to flip it out, press it, and then you're good to go. For the ends, I decided that I didn't need to finish them, so I just took some pinking shears that will help keep the fabric from fraying. And basically that's kind of the same thing that you're going to do for the sleeves. You're going to see how much it stretches, because all fabric is different, how much it frays. Because I chose to leave it unfinished at the bottom just because it doesn't fray, so I don't have to worry about it. But you want to make another tube that can fit comfortably around your arm and doesn't slip off. And once I got to the wrist portion, I narrowed it a little bit just so it would fit closer. So the size and the width are really going to depend on your own measurements. I kind of wish that I had made videos while I was working on Tanjiro so that I could help you give more of a visual. But I didn't even start thinking about YouTube when I started this, and it went really quickly. So unfortunately, I don't have too much footage, but I do have a decent amount of progress pictures, and hopefully that can help you guys out too. So once we have the collar and the sleeves figured out, that leaves us with the main top. So I used the McCall's pattern M7525. It's one made by Yaya Han. That is this kind of top and Hakama pants. I didn't use the pants pattern at all, just the top. I wish I had put pockets in it just because pockets are nice. and I forgot to put them in the pants as well. But it was a very easy pattern to follow, all things considered. I think it would be pretty good for someone who doesn't sew a lot or who isn't used to it, just because it's mostly all just rectangles and squares. However, there was one kind of difficult part at the very end when it came to finishing off the collar portion of the kimono top. And so I didn't get it to match up perfectly, but once I was able to really sit down and think about it, and I did it like folding the fabric over and seeing it visually, then it made sense. But small piece of warning, near the end it can be a little difficult to get through. And I say that as someone who has sewn for like 10 years, maybe closer to like 8 or 9. So a lot of things for me come pretty intuitively, and they might not for other people. If that is the case, please let me know. I'm happy to try and walk you through it. And yeah. So when it came to painting, I just used regular black and white fabric paint. I went and looked at a picture of Tanjiro in this outfit, and I sketched out all of the clouds that I saw. I just chose to pick 4 and then just put them everywhere, wherever they seemed like they would go. If I can, I will try and digitize and upload the patterns that I made, or the stencils rather, just so that you don't have to go through all of that work. However, I am very technologically inept, so I don't know if that's gonna happen or not, but I'm gonna try my best. But yeah, once I painted the clouds, I went in with doing all of the lines. My one piece of advice on that is to start on the side that is not going to show. That means instead of starting on this side, you want to start on this side, because it's going to be folded under the other part, which means if you mess up, no one's going to see it. I was stupid, and I started on the very front part, and I messed up, and it still kills me a little bit, but no one's noticed. It still kills me a little bit though. I have to see it every single time I wear this cosplay. It's just... okay. But anyway, if there were anything that I would change, I would make the top slimmer, I guess? It's very baggy on me. It's meant for a guy, I suppose, or like a usual man's stature. I am a very small person, so it is very long and it is pretty wide. So if I were to change anything, I would take it in. I would put pockets in it just because pockets are amazing. I probably could still put pockets in it, but it would be a drag to have to go in and seam rip all that stuff just to put a pocket in. So I'll have to find another way to carry stuff around. Another thing is that when I was looking closer at Tanjiro's outfit after I had already finished the kimono top, his sleeves are not quite correct for this pattern. That is because this pattern has it so that it's just a long, wide rectangle sleeve. His go up kind of like in a square shape and then follow back. So if I were to change anything, that would be it. I guess I could still fix it from now, but personally it doesn't bother me that much. So I'm okay with just letting it be. Anyway, that is the first part that I wanted to talk about, and I hope it helped you out some. If you do have any questions, please let me know. I'm happy to help. I love cosplay and I love helping others because I think that while there's a lot of problems in the community, if we focus on positive things and we do our best to be kind to each other, I really think that we could form a better community. And I am super happy to do my part in helping others and encouraging y'all. So if it ever comes to that, please contact me. I'm happy to help you. But yeah, if you have any more questions, let me know in the comments. I will do my best to answer them. And I hope you guys have an awesome day. I'll see you in the next video. Mwah. Bye!